Boys and girls, today we're going to replace the clutch hub. This is a 10 millimeter. When pulling these components, put them in the same order they come apart. That way we go in reverse order, putting it back together. Here's the oil has created a suction, and they're all coming out as one unit. Nice. I'm going to just flip that over in the same order. Now we're going to remove this. There's a spring in here. I forgot to make sure this came out. There we go. Remember how that concave goes. So it's tapered inward. So the inside concave is going to go towards the transmission side. So I flip that. There should be another one here. And I believe this one goes in the opposite direction. That over. Snap ring. I've been using this snap ring pliers for years, but these pins are too small and they always slip. So I went out and bought a new set. I like to remember which side. When these are stamped into metal, it has a trailing edge, a round edge, and a trailing edge. It looks like I might have to buy an arbor. If I have to buy an arbor press, then I want the throat depth to be at least 5.5 inches. But I'm going to try to look for one that is 6 inches. I need to make sure the clearance is enough for the socket to press that out, and the thickness for this to have room to come out the other side. 11 inches. Okay, I do not have an arbor press, so I built a wood box. Press this into the box. Approximately, we want the wood box on this surface, but this to clear. So this hole needs to be 5.5 inches. Ooh, I'm a little tight. Right there, 5.25. We should be good. Put this up like that. And this normally goes in this way, but I want the room, so I'm just going to drop it in here, and then I'm going to put that through my block, and this is where this on. I take my impact socket, there we go, bring that in, line it up. Make sure the box, because we don't want to press the hub into the wood. It needs to be cleared. Excuse me, make sure the bolt centered. This is not, I gotta tap that over a little bit. Here, I'll just loosen a little bit. It's gotta be centered in there, because we don't want to damage anything. For all thread, I have this through socket set. That way I can put it around all thread. Seems I spent more time building the box than it takes to press it out of the box. Hey, looks like we are through. And there we are. I like to compare the old part with the new part. So this is a press kit that these go in, and then they all thread and it presses things. I'm gonna do this a little differently. Instead of putting this surface area, I like this because it's a little wider, and that needs to be against the bearing. So that if I do things differently, that's why I'm doing them different. Go like that. Through here. I like a little bit of lubricant on here, you know, just something. Not that WD-40 is a lubricant or anything, but you know, hey. And then again, because it's got a wider surface area on there, I'm going to do it backwards. Okay, it wasn't looking right, so I took all that off and I realized something. See, that isn't quite square. Put it in by hand first before start pressing. Again, I put this in backwards so that I can get more surface area on this side. However, on this side, I have this gap so I can look in here, because this here is going to come up inside of here as I press it in. So I got to have the opening down here. Got that through socket that I like so much. I need to make sure that this stays on the bearing as centered as possible. Well, I wish I had the camera running for that. I was tightening this, excuse me, and then this just snapped. So I should talk about this. When I had this under tension, when this broke, it went flying that way. Whenever we're trying this method, we don't want to be pointing that towards our body. Always have these pointed away from us. So this here is going to be in here against the inside of this housing. With this, you know, don't like doing it like this. Look at that. Now it's stiff. So why would the bearing stop moving? I'm supposed to go on a ride in 3 days. I need this fixed. I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to replace it. My question is, can you see that metal in there? Okay, let's remove this bearing. I pull the retaining ring. I want to pull it out this way, so I'm going to put this on this side, and I'll go inside of here, and I can viewport. Press on this. That's going to pull the bearing through here. Okay, we're going to look inside that window. See the bearing come out? So this is what it looks like when the bearing comes out. And the objective is to press this in to here and not damage the bearing when pressing it in. I believe I'm just going to pay the dealership to do that. According to the manual, we need to mic these plates, and if they're less than 143 thousandths, they need to be replaced. $151 thousandths. The manual says not to wipe these down with rags, instead clean them with air. The outer four were 149 thousandths, and these were at 150 thousandths. Today I'm going to go to the Harley dealership and purchase a new bearing. While I'm there, I'm just going to have them press the new one in, and I'm going to have them press this in as well to save time. This was the primary noise that we heard. However, because these pieces were broken in the old one, I would suggest that if anyone encounters the same problem, replace both these bearings. If one is in a pinch and they do not have time to buy a new one and they're going to reuse this, take a screwdriver and knock all these loose. Get as much of that out of there as possible, because they're going to break loose. We'd rather break them loose outside of the primary than them are coming loose some more in the primary and further causing damage to the bearings. I plan on going on a motorcycle ride in 2 days, so I bit the bullet and paid the dealer to press this into place. Before I install it, I want to put some assembly lube in these bearings